great Jewish leader Moses had a father-in-law, and his name was Jethro, Yitro, and he joined the Jewish people as well. But when did he do it? When he heard about the great miracle that occurred with the splitting of the sea, and then upon hearing that there was one nation from among all the others that had the chutzpah to attack the Jewish people while everyone else was afraid to do so because they realized that they were under the protection of the God Almighty. So what was it about these two events that convinced Yitro to join the Jewish nation? And Yitro came to this actual realization. He understood that knowing or hearing about something and fully believing in it is not enough to change one's behavior. The Talmud tells us something amazing, that a burglar, right prior to actually going through with the heist, will actually pray to God for success. Can you imagine the paradox? Here he is about to steal one of the 10 commandments of God, about to transgress it, and he's praying to God for success. And the answer is because the burglar is a believer. He does believe in God, and he does believe that God can intervene and make him successful while he himself is transgressing his will. This tells us that belief alone is not enough to change our behavior. Knowledge alone is not enough to change our behavioral patterns. You can know something to be true. You can believe that something is absolutely 100% true and still behave differently. When God told us, I am the Lord your God, the mitzvah, the commandment that God is our God, is not sufficient to believe in God. It's to know that there is a God with a knowledge that permeates our subconscious to the level that it becomes consciously who we are. That the knowledge is able to penetrate the way that we behave. When Jethro saw that Amalek, like everyone else, could hear the same information, be privy to the same miracles, and yet not be afraid of the Jewish people, with all that knowledge is not registering with them, that this is a nation that should be untouchable, he realized that he has to join the Jewish people, who not only will be a witness to these miracles, but will be able to take those miracles and translate them into practical action. How many of us know the ills of certain behavior? If we're in a discussion, we will certainly admit that they are true, whether it's overeating, whether it's bad habits, and yet we're unable to change. What does the Torah tell us? Believing in them and even knowing them is not sufficient. We need to be able to think about it till we draw them into our emotions so that they become not only knowledge, but they become the source of practical behavior. So every time you pick up some knowledge, think about it until it stirs your heart, that you actually will follow the advice of your brain and eventually the feelings of your heart and behave accordingly.